What's going on YouTube? Catalyst Gaming here with some Raid Shadow Legends. Today we're going to be doing a overview kind of look on Warlord here. I don't have him completely maxed out gear wise, but I have full masteries for him, and I've kind of been playing with him for the past week or so, and I've got a good little idea of how he should be played, what kind of team compositions he wants to go with, and where he kind of fits into the meta of the game right now. So let's get into first we're going to start off. I'll go over his skills for you. Here we have his A1, which is, I don't know if this is his first best skill or his second best skill, but that's just personal opinion wise. Attacks one enemy, has a 25% chance of increasing the duration of all debuffs on one target by one turn. So for a clan boss or dragon, anything with a lot of HP and that you're going to be putting a bunch of debuffs on, poisons, heal reductions, decreased speed. That's not really for the clan boss or dungeons, but you get what I'm saying. Mostly for those poison effects. So if you have a good team composition with a bunch of poisons or decreased attack and decreased defense debuffs on there, and he has a 25% chance plus 5, so that's 30 plus 4, so 40% if you have him fully booked on here. That's a 40% chance to increase all debuff durations by one turn, which is fantastic. That's going to increase your overall damage output for a clan boss and dungeons twofold usually, as long as you have a good team composition to work alongside him. His A2 places a block debuffs buff on all allies for one turn and places a shield buff equal to 30% of this champion's max HP on all allies for 2 turns. Restores all allies HP by 25%. So there's a lot going on here for a 3-turn, which can turn into a 2-turn cooldown. Blocks all debuffs, which is fantastic, obviously. If you have if you're playing in the arena and you go first, if you have a high speed team, you can pop this on. If you don't think you can kill the whole enemy team with a nuker on your team, you can put this on. You're going to block all debuffs they're going to put on you for the next turn. You're going to put a huge shield on because he scales off health, and so you're going to build him with health. And then he's going to heal all allies HP by 25%. So it's a fantastic skill. And then here, both the attacks scale off attack, but his buff, which you're mainly going to focus on, because you're not using him for damage, you're using him for his effect and his buff. Here, attacks all enemies and has a 70% chance to put each target's skills on cooldown. Has a 30% chance to fully deplete the target's turn meter. So we can get it up to, what is it? I guess this increased both of it, so it's 10, 20, 30. So that would be a 100% chance to put each target skills on cooldown. Fantastic skill. And a 30% chance, so that would be, a 60% chance to fully deplete the target's turn meter. Again, fantastic. And then this passive, increase all resist in all battles by 50%. So another great, he's just great for getting rid of debuffs, keeping debuffs away, and keeping your team alive. So some of the team compositions that I personally like to use him with, even though they're not maxed out yet, I like to use Juliana because of her poison and her HP burn. So if he's going last, if Warlord goes last, and we have Juliana, and then Steel Skull with some poisons, 5% poison. And then, say we have Skull Crusher with a heal reduction, which doesn't really matter. And then I use Madame Cerise personally for her A3. Removes all buffs from all enemies and places a 50% decreased attack and a 60% decreased defense debuff on them. And then he's increasing that duration for 1 turn, so hopefully every time he hits. So those debuffs are just going to completely stack and stack and stack until you reach the limit, and then they're just going to keep ticking every time. And then if he keeps, bringing them up and resetting or adding another turn, you're just going to increase your damage a huge amount on the clan boss or whatever you're really fighting. So now I'm going to go into a couple of different scenarios where I like to use him personally. We're going to show him in some PvP, the clan boss, and then we'll show him in a couple of dungeons. And I'll also show him in the campaign. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Alrighty, so for the arena, I like to use Seeker, Madame Cerise, Warlord, and then Lua. So what I do, personally, increase turn meter for all my team, and then it also gives them an attack, increased attack buff. We'll provoke. Let's provoke her. Didn't do it, but that's all right. Then I use Madame Cerise, even though they don't have very many. They don't have a shield or anything. This still will decrease their attack and defense, and it also gets rid of all those buffs. This one, since I don't think that they're gonna kill me, I think I can one-shot them. I'm going to use my attacks all enemies. Yep. And then use my Lua just to finish it up. And then, you got little stragglers every now and then. But that's how I like to do it. Because for Seeker, obviously, he's just one of the best PvP speed increasing in the game, especially for an epic. Then we go with Madame Cerise, following with Madame Cerise, so that way we can get rid of all their buffs and get that decreased attack and decreased defense buff on them. And then I use my Warlord to hopefully decrease their turn meter completely and block out their skills. And also you saw just the incredible amount of damage it did onto them. And then I just clean up with my Lua with her A2, and then just usually done from there. But as you can see, Warlord here did 51,000 damage with one hit. But let's go into another arena match and kind of show it off again. Let's see if I can beat this team here. I should be able to. Okay. I don't get a decrease, or I don't get to increase my attack, but may be able to beat them still. And then my Lua. It's gonna be close. Oh, got an extra turn. Got a love relentless gear. And I'll just throw it on auto, let it finish it up itself. Let you see how Warlord kind of plays himself out. So much damage. But as you can see there, obviously not the strongest team, 240s, but 260s. Kale is really strong, and then they had him. But not the best. Let's refresh and see if we can take out another team. See if I can beat him. Yeah, I didn't think so. Oh. Maybe. I don't get to decrease their defense, but we'll go ahead and focus on Golgorod. Pop that. Ah, there we go. Yep, I win. Okay, cool. Throw it on auto, let it finish itself up. Puts that shield on them so they're not going to die regardless. Beautiful. So we'll just do this one more here, see if we can take them out. You can see our power is pretty equal. Yep, didn't kill me. That's fine. Then you're probably the weakest. And then get rid of all their buffs. Decrease their attack, decrease their defense. Pop this off on them. Hopefully decrease the turn and increase their cooldown on it. On their skill resets to cooldown. And then, as you can see, they just wiped out the whole team. And now he's going to put the shield on. We'll throw it on auto. Heals up all the enemies. Puts a massive shield. You can tell by the Madame Cerise here. That is a massive shield. It's hard to tell how big it is once it's on Warlord because of how much health he has. But this is a wipe here for us. Does tons of damage too. He really is a fantastic arena champion. But now let's go over to Clan Boss, and I'll show off my composition that I use for Clan Boss and how he can affect the Clan Boss. Alrighty, so I'm doing the normal Clan Boss because my clan hasn't they've beaten the normal and they're on hard, but as you can see they're so low on health. I figured we'd just go ahead and clean it up. You get the general idea just watching, no matter what Clan Boss you're on. So I'm gonna try to put some HP burn. Got the HP burn on. Counterattack with my Steel Skull, decrease defense and attack, and then throw this on there. It doesn't do anything to him, buff or debuff wise, decreasing his turn meter just because it's the clan boss, but it does tons of damage. And we have 3 turns left of this, so that way we have 2 more turns after this turn to increase those debuff durations. We also have counterattack on, so if he does any sort of AoE, we have another chance to increase the debuff duration. So I'm going to throw these poisons on. They missed, but that's okay. So they're all going to counterattack. It didn't increase the debuff duration. There we go, got some poisons on there. Let's see if I can get some more poisons. More poisons. Heal reduction, not that it matters. Steal his buff. And then let's see if we can increase these buffs. Didn't do it, but that's alright. We have 2 more turns for all these. So, do that, do that. Just do a little attack here. And increase the duration of the debuffs. No, well, if you have a bunch of legendary skill tomes and you get that A1 buff chance or debuff chance up, then you're going to be hitting it a lot more. Also, if you have a good amount of accuracy on your champion, I have a good amount on my Warlord, but it could be better. So we're just throwing on auto here. Nobody wants to play full manual all the time. If your team can run by themselves, you want them to be able to. So I'll just let it run through here for about a minute or so. I'll run through for until another minute, and then I'll skip. We'll just go ahead and skip to how I like to play him in the dungeons. As you can see, Warlord is throwing up his shield because of, oh, there we go, increase the duration of all those debuffs. So now all these poisons, all this attack decrease and defense decrease, go for another extra turn. So, and then with the combination of Steel Skull with Warlord, he's gonna have a counterattack now, and so he has a chance to increase the duration of those debuffs again, but he didn't because I'm unlucky. But you can see, we've been in here for almost 4 minutes. None of my team has lost any of their health. The shield is just massive on top of the heal. So by the time this shield is gone, he's going to have his shield up into the next turn. So you're going to get another 25% health increase plus that shield. So if he's not doing his AoE, then you have a good chance to keep your whole team alive. There we go, increase the debuff duration. But that kind of shows you what Warlord can do here in the clan boss for your team. Because as you can see, none of my team here is level 60. Just my Warlord is. And it's really carrying the rest of my team through the clan boss. Because if it wasn't for him, everybody here would have been dead by now due to his AoE attacks. I mean, sure, I could have had another shield champion in there or another healer. But Warlord is the best in his field, especially because of his A1. So let's see if it increases. Yep, there he goes. Look at all that. Beautiful. Keeping all those buffs up, stacking them up high. Still got pretty much full health. But let's go ahead and cut over to dungeon. We'll do the dragon dungeons for us, and that should call it a video. So as you can see here, obviously my team isn't the best, but with Warlord here, he put over 126,000 worth of shield on there. He healed for that much, and he did more damage than pretty much anybody on my team, with Juliana being the most damage. But 4.3 million damage for me is really good. Before I had Warlord in here, I was doing about 1.9, maybe 2 million damage. So he effectively doubled my damage percentage because of his A1 and how long he kept my whole team alive. So now let's go over to some dungeons. This is how I like to play my dragon team. get poisons between these two, and then she is my nuker to clear out the waves. Kale is also really good at it because of his A2. And then I have Madame Cerise for decreasing the defense and attack of the dragon. Steel Skull, obviously, for the poisoning of the dragon. Same with Kale. And then Warlord, again, increases all the duration of those debuffs. Plus, he just keeps your team alive so well. Like, if he has his shield up while he's trying to pop his purple breath, purple health meter. This one. If I have my shield up, which I do now, when this pops, as you can see, he was the only one that got stunned. I don't know why he gets stunned, because he still has the decrease, or he shouldn't be able to get stunned because of the debuff block. But as you can see, they all resisted the poisons and everything. Another legendary I have that I'm working on getting to 6-star is a Hackhorn Smash Lord. If y'all want to see some of him, just leave me a comment down below. He's also really, really great in spiders and dragon. Excuse me. He's also really good in the arena if you build him health. His skill set, what he does is he removes all debuffs from all allies and heals based off a percentage for each debuff removed. So, which is a really good heal for something like spiders, where you're having a bunch of poisons on a certain ally, or this one where you have a bunch of poisons and decreased attack buffs on all your allies. And then, as you can see, just healed everybody up. Almost all of them are at full health. Got accuracy, sell that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for Warlord. As you can see here, healed a good amount. Shielded for a good amount, and did a good amount of damage. Obviously, Kale did the most, because Kale's Kale, and then Lua did a great amount of damage too. I'm not sure if the breakdown here, if this damage counts for his increased debuff duration, or if that goes into Kale's damage, because it's Kale's poison and Steel Skull's poison actively. But anyway, that was Warlord. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If there's anything I can do to improve on the videos and improve on my content, I would love to hear back from you guys. Some community feedback would be fantastic. And like I said, I think my next video will be on Hackhorn Smash Lord. And I recently started streaming, so if anybody is interested in that, you should check down in the comments below. Not comments, I'm sorry. Check down in the description below. I'll have a link to my Twitch. You can come follow me there, and you'll be notified anytime I go live. I'm streaming bi-daily, so every other day I'll be live between 8 and 12 Central Standard Time. So I look forward to seeing you all in the streams. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.